Made it to CorePower Yoga Live, and this is half hour. You can hear my distracting at all. Let me know the volume on that if that's a-okay. And thank you for coming. Hi Heather, namaste. Can you hear the light music in the background? So everyone in the waiting room, there's a couple more of you. Welcome. This is Pranayama and Meditation. My name is Samson. So glad you're here. If you are chatting on the chat function today, go ahead and type in your name, where you're from. Many of you on the TV, some of the apps don't allow the chat, and if that's you, that's totally fine too. But if you can, sign in, say hello. Snowing in Denver. I hope the sun is flowing in here in Chicago, so we have a lucky day. I hope the snow is beautiful there. So everyone, welcome. Again, you've made it to Pranayama and Meditation. My name is Samson, and Apple Valley, Minnesota. Snow's melting up there. Thanks for tuning in, Jackie. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Oh, yay, Emily. It's good to see your name pop up. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Brooke. Happy Monday. Namaste. Awesome. So, friends, it is just about that time. We'll get started in just about an hour. But the good news is we get to spend the first section of this experience together, just chatting. Anyways, I'd love to introduce you to my friend Emily. She's a master trainer on the yoga team, and she's going to moderate. Hi, Eleni. Yay. She's going to moderate along with a lot of people from the Core Power Yoga community here. So if you have questions, definitely type them into the chat function and we'll be sure that they're answered. I can do my best to answer them in the live, or Emily will type them in. Almost there. Again, if you have just tuned in, my name is Samson, and I'll be guiding you for this half-hour experience of pranayama and meditation. Okay, team, it is that time. It is time to begin. Officially welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Samson, and I am a master trainer on our yoga team. And it's good to be back. I haven't gone live with any of you in almost a month, I think. And I just want to say thank you for having me back and allowing me to guide you through any yoga experience, because it's such an honor to do that. And today's experience is pranayama, or breath, and meditation. So let's dive in if that is okay with you. Today we have a half-hour experience, and we'll talk a little bit at the beginning, talk about breath. We're gonna learn a new muscle. So if you've been tuning in and checking in with my friend Joel, he's been teaching you all about the anatomy of breathing, and we're gonna we'll review a little bit and then highlight one new muscle. So that'll be exciting. We'll talk about mantra, what a mantra is and how it can support both your breathing and your meditation practice. Thank you, Anthony. And we're going to make a personal commitment for this week as well. And then we'll also experience the breath. We'll experience the pranayama and the life force. After we experience, we'll come back and make not only a commitment to the week, but just talk about ways that CorePower Yoga can show up in your life this week and how we can support each other. So if that sounds good, I think it's always a good idea to take it back to the beginning with what is pranayama. I think all of you are masters because you clicked on a link that said pranayama and meditation, so you probably have some kind of idea of what pranayama is. Let's go a layer deeper, really into the word. Pranayama is a Sanskrit word, right? Prana basically means life, okay, or life force, and yama is restraint. So if you put those two together, restraint of your life force, which is kind of like, whoa, is that something that I really even want? What does that mean? It can sound a little bit kind of intense, and that's okay. I think if you go even like to the layer next, what I think of with pranayama in the terms of restraint is really control. Pranayama for so many years, and we do it every day at CorePower Yoga, and in almost all practices of yoga, is a breath control work. Because language is fun, I like to keep going even deeper. Control can mean awareness. My favorite way to think of pranayama, so this is what I'll offer to you today, and what I'm always learning, is that breath awareness also just means to breathe on purpose. So I'll let that settle in. To breathe on purpose. So if you're open to it, we'll breathe on purpose to get to it. Here's a question to get your brain turning before we dive in. What does the word action mean to you? Think about it. And if you are a journaler, you can journal. If you just want to think, if you're with a partner, if you're quarantining with a partner, you can have a conversation, but take the next 30 seconds and do a little bit of exploration on what does it mean for you to take action. Another question is, how have you taken action recently? Maybe in the last 24 hours. So think about that, digest it for just a moment. If you want, if you are typing, type it into the chat function. If you aren't typing, be brave enough to say it out loud and exercise your voice in your house, wherever you are right now. Or just think about it. How have you taken action recently? I wanted to share that for me, I am a CorePower Yoga super fan. And what that means is, like, I love getting to my mat, unrolling next to a best friend, like high-fiving, and honestly, all those social connection pieces. And the universe has offered us this opportunity to take action in other ways. So I personally, if you're open to it, I'll share, is I've taken action in my own personal practice. If you are developing a home practice, a home breathing, and a home meditation, like just way to your routine right now, addition to your routine, know that that's where I am. And it's how I've taken action. Even today, I did Sculpt on demand, and it is a new action for me. And so I want to thank you for allowing us all to go into action together. One layer deeper before we actually practice. Actually, two. I keep saying one layer, but we'll keep going a little deeper. So if you're thinking about, okay, how have I taken action recently? Keep that, but put it to the side for a moment and let your brain fantasize about, why is pranayama important? Why is breath important? So If you're familiar with CorePower Yoga, you may have heard like your teacher say like, inhale mountain, exhale forward fold. Yes, you've heard this. Big breath in, exhale Shavasana. But have you thought about why is breath first? So at CorePower and in almost all approaches to yoga, you will hear the words inhale and exhale more than anything else. So it's one of those things that if you're anything like me, sometimes you kind of tune it out. Taking this approach to pranayama in this setting without the physical movement is an opportunity for us to all really dig into how do we inhale and how do we exhale. So that's one reason why it's important. Also, I think of breath as important because it shows up in life. Breath is amazing because it's both conscious and subconscious. When you're sleeping, subconsciously, your lungs and all the muscles that support your breath are working together as a team to breathe. Yet, in real life, when you're awake or in waking state, you have a choice. And so many of you have probably experienced something that I experienced, which is just a moment where you realize I need to breathe differently. My mom has always said, like, remember to take a breath. And I think of athletes, I think of performers, that whole concept of breathe and then go on stage, or breathe and then hit the field. So as a recap, we've talked about what breath is and why it's important, but also we're kind of playing in the area of how have I taken action as a human right now. So here's the loop, here's the thread. Breath is the fuel that inspires your action. I'll say it again. Breath is the fuel that inspires your action. So it is my intention, it's truly my offering, that you are able to meet your action and have breath as a tool in your tool belt. So if you've been practicing in this pranayama series, I just want to shout out, I couldn't do this without shouting out to my really good friend Joel. He's been practicing a lot about breath, and what he's done is a really deep dive into 3D breathing, or three-dimensional breathing, and the anatomy of breath. So if you're watching this live, after this, you can go watch other videos with Joel, or if you're watching this later, at any time, you can even pause this and go watch other videos with Joel and then come back. But it's really helpful when you learn about what the muscles are actually contracting and how they're contracting and what's happening before you breathe. So to keep things moving along, because I know you're ready to practice, just a quick review. We have the diaphragm. This rests right in the middle of your ribs, right? And when you breathe in, the diaphragm contracts like this. And it contracts down and flat. This creates a vacuum in your lungs where there's no other reality, there's no other option for breath or air to come into that vacuum that you created. We have our intercostals, internal and external. So if these are your rib bones, and you place them here on your ribs, your intercostals are what help you move your rib bones apart and together. To take it a layer deeper, they help you twist as well, but from the point of breathing, just think of apart and together. Joel has mentioned about your erector spinae are just the muscles that align your spine. This is your spine, the two muscles that align them, that provide support so you can sit up. We probably mentioned the scalene muscles. These exist here to help move your collarbone. You can take your fingers, tap on your collarbone, and know that that moves to help sneak in just a little bit more breath in your chest. So what we've already gotten through with Joel is that most of us as adults breathe here in the chest. Our pranayama helps us take our action down into our belly, where we get to have more benefits of breath, because all of the little bronchioles, the place that actually transfers your breath into your body and helps with the cycle, are down in the lower parts. So we get to highlight one new muscle today, which is your QL or quadratus lumborum. None of that matters. Just take your brain, if you will, to your low back. Okay, so take your fists. This is where you actually get to practice. So you get to sit up tall. You might need like a cushion. If you don't have that, you can literally also do this laying down. Almost all breath work you can do laying down too. Okay, so quadratus lumborum. Emily, yeah, I think that's the right spelling. Um, it's right down here. So take your two fists to your low back, right above your hip bone. Okay, so just massage. It probably feels good. It does for me. And feel that. And then notice what happens when you tilt your pelvis forward and back. Forward and back. Let me dial this down just a bit. Forward and back. So your QL, or your quadratus lumborum, supports your low spine, and it kind of helps you find that really sweet spot where your hips can rest with your tailbone a little bit back, which is just extension in your spine. So if you would, shift your hips forward and back, and do this, friends, for like 10 seconds. Know that you're awakening a lot of muscles that are in your low spine, and today's focus is more on your QL. Your QL is very, very, very deep in your body, so you aren't actually touching it with your hands, but it's just an awareness point. Okay, so then draw yourself into a place where you feel stable, and you can experience how the QL supports in spinal side flexion. So left, right, a little bit of oblique action. All right, now come to the place where you can feel a deep belly breath in. So your brain goes back to the diaphragm. Take your hand to your belly, keep your fist on either side of your low spine, breathe into your belly. But now, here's the next layer. Think of your back breathing as well. I literally vision my nose on my low back. Picture your nose on your low back. It'll be subtle, but notice if you can even energetically or just experience what it feels like to get big in your back and belly. 3 breaths. Inhale, belly and back. Exhale, low back and belly. 2 more. Inhale, move your breath to your belly and low back. You might tilt your hips a little further forward. Exhale, belly and back. Good. Okay, one more. Inhale, belly and back. Exhale, back and belly. Amazing. That was our small dive into anatomy. Mantra. Mantra is another fancy word. It won't break down on the same level as pranayama, but it is something that you can repeat either internally or out loud that aids in concentration. So listen to this. Concentration is the action. So if you're working on action today for meditation, concentration is the action for meditation. So create some space. I'd like to offer you the chance to repeat a simple mantra today. It's I am. And link it to your breath. And that's the concentration or that's the action. Inhale I, exhale M. So team, we're 15 minutes in. For the next 10 minutes, we will breathe. I'll guide you through a handful. I'll then allow you to breathe on your own and let you know when we're about halfway. Your only job is to breathe deeply and listen to the guidance and use the mantra, I am, if you wish, if it serves you. So take the next 30 seconds, probably just 15, sip of water, towel. I guess you don't need towel, that's just habit. Sip of water and find a comfortable seat. You can also lay down. As a recap, next 10 minutes are just to experience the action of breath work. Wherever it feels comfortable with your hands, just take a normal breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, I. Exhale, and. Inhale, belly and low back, chest, or ribs rather, chest and upper back. Exhale, chest and upper back, ribs, belly and low back. Again, inhale, belly and low back, ribs, chest and upper back. Exhale, chest and upper back, ribs, belly and low back. Inhale, belly and low back, ribs, chest and upper back. Exhale, chest and upper back, ribs, belly and low back. Inhale, belly and low back, ribs, chest and upper back. Exhale, chest and upper back, ribs, belly and low back. Inhale, lower part, middle, upper. Exhale, upper, middle, lower. Keep going. Inhale, lower, middle, upper. Exhale, upper, middle, lower. Inhale, lower, middle, upper. Exhale, upper, middle, lower. Keep going and allow your pace to slow down as you go. And breathe with control. Revisit I am. Three minutes here on your own. Team, we are about 3/4 of the way through this whole experience. I will start cueing again. Total optional, right? You can keep breathing at your own pace, or you can listen to the cues and we can all breathe together as one in our action. You get to pick, as always. Inhale, low, middle, upper. Exhale, upper, middle, lower. Inhale, lower, 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 middle, upper. Exhale, upper, middle, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hang in there for 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just continue to breathe without active control. Notice anywhere in your body that you feel the mantra doing its work, and add on to the mantra, I am action. Notice the resonance and the vibration of that mantra exists honestly within you. You might feel it like bubbles on your skin. I can tell what I'm learning is that for me it's manifesting as a smile. I am action. Just about 30 seconds to let that consume you. I am action. If you are ready, bow your chin to your chest just enough to kind of feel an energetic shift. Swing your head left and right. And draw your palms together at your heart. I see you, and we are in this together. Namaste. So, I would love to know how that felt for you. When I think action, I think Namaste, Brooke. I think breath. And what I offer and what I hope can show up this week, as we all move through this week together, is how is breath fuel for your action? As someone who's developing a home practice, developing a home pranayama, and developing a home meditation, I think it shows up in the small little actions. It's the small things that we do daily. So before we part ways, I offer the chance to write in the chat function or jot down in your gratitude journal, say out loud, or just say to yourself, what is the one action you're going to take every day until we meet again next Monday? What is the one action you are going to take every day until we meet again next Monday? If this doesn't come right away, it might by the time you go to bed tonight, right? So no pressure to decide on that action now, and allow yourself some flexibility. Maybe that action will change tomorrow, and that's also great. Mary Rose, thank you for sharing. Joel's taking 3 deep breaths on purpose before he gets out of bed. Joel, I think a lot of us will be inspired by that. Thank you for sharing. Jackie, I'm so grateful that you are appreciative of the breath, and know that we're always here for you. So you can find us. My Instagram is just_Samson. And again, that's just_Samson. And I was just doing the letters, and there's been other instances where we've chatted breath on Instagram direct message, so you can do that. Thank you, Megan. Megan, you're amazing. Team, let's talk what we can do this week. If my action is to do a home practice every day, there is nothing but opportunity. So yoga on demand, right now we have it. There's so many videos. There's 200 videos that if you subscribe, you have access to. We have meditations, breath, sculpt, HPF, C1, C2 from 20, 30 to 60 minutes. So please log on and take those. If you're watching this in the live, today's April 13th, and it's the first day of the Namaste at Home challenge. So hashtag Namaste at Home, where you have the chance to do yoga every single day, which is the action that I'm taking. We will be here on YouTube, and we will be here on Instagram Live. So those are some actions you can do too. Follow Instagram, CorePower Yoga Instagram. Subscribe to Yoga on Demand to get a big catalog of yoga. Participate in the challenge. I know that I'll be here to dig into pranayama again in 1 week from today at this time. Team, that is it. That is our half-hour hitting pause in action today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll keep the chat function live for a couple of minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, and stay here with you. It might be time for you to go on with your day though, and if that's so, thank you for being here. Namaste. I love you all. Monica, thank you so much. Love right back to Los Angeles. Lexi, appreciate that. Neil, thank you for tuning in and breathing. Lenny, I'm so glad the reflection benefited you. Same. It's just so inspiring. This home practice is is making little changes in my everyday, and it's a great reminder, just a half hour to breathe. All right, everybody. I'm here for you. We're all here for you. Go and have an amazing week. Namaste.